It's kind of cringy though, you know? What the fuck is he doing, man? Yo, I like the push and everything, but Jarrell is kind of bugging right now. He's doing the Chisora, like gorilla punching like the table and shit. I don't know, man. And then like switching from being angry to like laughing. Fighters, man, they're out there these days, man. They have so much personality, or at least like they try hard to have like extroverted personalities and shit. I don't know, maybe Jarrell Miller is the type of dude. Like, I avoid actually his interviews and everything. I don't want to let it influence my opinion of him, you know. I like him as a fighter, so anyway, man, you know, Jarrell came in with like big energy, you know, trying to make sure everybody knows that Jarrell Miller is part of this fight and shit. It's a home game for him, you know what I mean? I guess like people should know, but do they know? It kind of feels like an Eddie Hearn production, you know, and it is in-house, feeding the champion with in-house fighters. We'll see how that works out. Is it a mistake by Eddie Hearn to think that Jarrell Miller is just like, you know what I mean, food for the coming out party on the world stage? Like, I give credit to Jarrell Miller. I like him. He did what he had to do, you know what I mean, sign with like Eddie Hearn and shit to get this. I guess that's what he was looking for. Although at the time he signed with Eddie Hearn, I believe he was calling out Deontay Wilder. I guess, yeah, we're gonna have to see what happens here, man. Like, I just started making this video, man, trying to talk about like my reaction to the press conference. Like, with all that pushing stuff, man, how about it? Is that too much? You know, pushing Anthony Joshua? Was that shit staged, by the way, you know? Like, no real security on stage. Anthony Joshua kind of swaggers on stage, man. Went kind of directly for Jarrell. Not necessarily in an aggressive manner, but kind of dominant in a way. And the Brooklyn and Jarrell came out, you know? That's what they do, man. Very Zab Judah-esque, Mike Tyson-esque, you know what I mean? They have to react, man. Show up and show out. And he pushed him, man, and Jarrell is a big boy. Got all of his 700 pounds behind that push, and Anthony Joshua, man, he looked kind of frail there for a second. Had to fall back there for a second, you know. And from then on, Anthony Joshua's ego was kind of hurt, man. He started arguing with people in the crowd, man. Did that little fake I'm gonna address people in the crowd, like jumped off stage only to get held back, obviously, and then, you know, got back on stage. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Kind of reminded me of like that fake I'm going at Tyson Fury and his people by Deontay Wilder when they had their little thing, their little melee on stage, you know what I mean, on their press conference. Yeah, man, they just wanna be the alpha, the big man on campus, man. Anthony Joshua, man, he's, I don't know. Jarrell Miller, it seems like he's determined to make Anthony Joshua second fiddle to this shit. At least like at this press conference, and he's trying to upstage the dude, you know? Be all personality. That's what I actually don't like. That's why I'm avoiding fucking Jarrell Miller interviews. I don't like someone trying too hard to be going on about fucking cheeseburgers all the time, you know? I wasn't really a George Foreman fan for his attitude, like when he came back. That roly-poly type of shit I'm not a fan of. And Jarrell, he'll kind of deviate from that roly-poly to like I'm Brooklyn and all that, you know. But that's not authentic. It doesn't seem authentic if you like switching gears all the time, you know. In boxing, switching gears isn't a problem. In interviews it is, man. In fucking you know what I mean, in your fucking personality, it's annoying as fuck, man. It's an emotional roller coaster. Watching dude. Yo, but I don't want to like be too hard on the dude because I'm actually a fan. Like I said, hey, I said when Jarrell Miller fought Jared Washington, I said that Miller is the second most talented heavyweight in the world. Talented / skilled. But what I mean by that is naturally skillful. It's Tyson Fury and it's Jarrell Miller. These other dudes, man, they're made, you know? Someone taught them shit and that's what makes them as a fighter. I think Jarrell Miller and Tyson Fury, they're natural born fighters. They roll, dip, slip, you know? They do things that maybe they can be taught, but they come natural to them in two very different ways. You know, one guy is pursuing, the other guy is evading and more on the back foot. I don't know, man. Maybe it's not obvious, but I was shouting out Jarrell Miller back in the day. Around the time like he got into that Stavern altercation, even before that I liked him. I like that guy, you know? It reminds me of like a throwback Don King heavyweight, you know what I mean? I can't really put my finger on it. Sometimes I'm thinking of Ray Mercer. Then I'm thinking, oh, no, not really Ray Mercer, although maybe there are similarities also. But more so like Tim Witherspoon, you know, a guy that's kind of caught in between two styles, you know? Can do a little bit of everything. Maybe also a little Buster Mathis in there. Although he doesn't really box as much as I would like to see him, Jarrell. I think Jarrell has boxing ability that doesn't... I think his weight restricts him in that way a little bit, but he's able to show even like glimpses in his usual style, that aggressive style. He's very educated in the way he's pursuing. At times he's a little lacking in defense and head movement. I think that's just comfort, you know, just a little too relaxed. But he's one of those fighters also that's able to relax in the ring, and it seems like that's what's able to, I mean, obviously he's also well conditioned, but I think that kind of assists him, you know, that he's always able to relax himself, even in a firefight. In that regard, he's similar to a George Foreman, right? Yeah, anyway, I give him good chances against Anthony, man. I do. I don't think Anthony has faced anything like that. And in this last fight, he looked kind of vulnerable against the pressure guy. Although Povetkin's probably more of a sharpshooting pressure guy, you know, a little better, like with single shots. Doesn't have that relentless pressure. More of a boxer puncher, Povetkin. But we've seen Anthony Joshua a little hesitant, you know, on the back foot. Maybe that was strategy. In the end, he did get Povetkin out of there, but obviously we don't know about Povetkin. Povetkin is, one day he's on the juice and he looks great. Next thing he's off it and he gets stunned by David Price and stopped by Anthony Joshua, or clinched to death and decisioned by Vladimir, you know what I mean? But we've seen against Takam, he showed vulnerability against a shorter fighter that's able to be slick defensively, you know, smother, stifle. Had a little bit of spoiling style Takam in that fight. Didn't necessarily get too much offensive off, you know, but he was definitely making Anthony look a little as if he had regressed in his technique. So we're gonna see, man, how Jarrell fares, man, but I'm gonna keep watching this shit now. Alright, hey, I don't expect anything to be said here, man. Anthony Joshua, you know, he doesn't say much, man. And Jarrell Miller basically, it's gonna be a little cringy, so I'm just gonna be happy with what we got up till now, and cut this motherfucker short here. Thanks for listening. Peace out. I'm out.